So I was thinking I should just start calling these Jim's Behind the Times book reviews. Although this one came out in 2021, so I'm not so far behind the times. And it is my local library book. And just so that y'all are aware, my library, September of 2025. So it's not my fault. It's not entirely true. But anyway, so yeah, Jim's Behind the Times book reviews here. R.A. Salvatore's Starlight, Enclave, The Legend of Drizzt. I'll tell you what, this is probably the least Drizzt book I've ever read. He's in it a little bit, and he's in it very philosophically, I guess. In the sense that it seems that all of his parts in this particular book is just sort of this philosophical conversation he has with some folks. But if it was better, probably better that the better title for this book would be the Katie Bree, Jarlax, Artemis, and Zach, because they're the four that actually go out on the adventure that's in this book, which is really neat. It's actually really neat synopsis. They are trying to track down this woman who is a drow, but under the influence of a sword killed her brother and was then exiled, and they are looking for her. The sword is a intelligent, evil-ish sword, and the intelligence and evilness of it have been beaten down and taken control. Apparently Katie Bree wielded the sword at one point in one of the other books, but Salvatore's written, he's like the Stephen King of D&D. He's written so many books that, it's going to have to find out where in the catalog that story is in order to catch up. But in their search, in their quest, if they will, they get teleported to somewhere. And the somewhere is, I've read the book, and the book doesn't tell you where. It's just somewhere. Probably the northern expanses of the continent on the Forgotten Realms, because it is always daylight and the sun doesn't really ever set. When it does set, it sets for months at a time. And they find or surrounded by an ice shelf thing, a above surface clan of drow that is the exact opposite of what you would expect when you bump into one in the Underdark. And there are several races that are all living in this enclave, this Starlight Enclave, where they're all living together in harmony and whatnot. Anyway, good book. I enjoyed it. With Salvatore's writings, I have found, and his heroes are more superhero type heroes. So I don't see, like I said in some of my other book reviews, where I'm like, I can see these people playing on my table. We never took characters up as like the superhero level, although 5e's a little superhero-ish. So while I enjoy the book, like I said, I would never see it actually be able to play out on my table, because my characters really never got to what I think the level of these characters would be. In any case, just a short little sort of aside there. But anyway, good book. I enjoyed it.